Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be boiling more sap. Kind of crazy. It's snowing and the sun's out. As we got a little bit of snow this morning and just a skiff. Just a little skiff on my truck. I have had the RO system going all night long. We started with 70 gallons of sap. Let's check and see how much concentrate we have in the container right now. Alright, so let me explain what I've done here first. I have my permeate going into a container here. I have my concentrate going right back into the large tote. So I'm sucking out of this same large tote with this line and I'm putting the concentrate right back in. When we're running our RO system at night, we have our concentrate line ran right back into our tank. That way, when it's running all night long, it just circulates and it keeps ROing the same concentrate. This has taken so much time out of my process, you guys wouldn't believe it. I want to give a big shout out to Joe over at YoungBlood Family Farm. He's taught me a lot of really cool tips and tricks throughout the years, and this was a great one this year that he shared for me, and I really appreciate it. You guys, go check his channel out. He's got so many awesome videos. I guarantee you guys will love all his content. Go check Joe out at YoungBlood Family Farms. I will make sure to link his channel down below in the description. One other thing is don't throw out your permeate. I use my permeate. I have just a bilge, small manual bilge pump, but I use that permeate to do all my cleaning with. So when I flush my RO system, I use the permeate. When I wash my pan in between boils, I use my permeate. It's the best water you can use because there's nothing in it except for water. So I've just stood up fire brick in here, and I had some broken pieces left over from my old evaporator. I just kind of stack up like this, and any heat that you can keep off that sidewall is really going to help out and not warp your evaporator out as much. I want this thing to last for years, so I'm trying to take care of it. I use fire rope and I put around the perimeter, and that helps seal off any air leakage. This year, this is about the third year on this fire rope, and I think it's seen better days. We're gonna piece it together and use it. We've only got a couple more boils this year. I'll make sure to get more fire rope for next year. One quick pro tip, if you have a draw-off valve like this, just a ball valve, make sure that thing's closed before you start putting all of your concentrate in there. Otherwise, you're gonna coat the ground real quick. All right, we are just hooking up our RO line. Got our pan clean. We've got our RO line hooked up here. It's just drizzling into the pan right now. I gotta go turn the RO back on. So I just have a couple crescent wrenches here. Just a couple light turns on that compression fitting. You don't want to pinch it off too bad. All right, make sure our line is going into our pan, and we make sure that our valve is shut. We're gonna plug this RO system back on and start filling that pan with some super sweet concentrate. While the pan's filling up right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start the fire in the firebox. I like to check the sugar content of both the permeate and the concentrate before I start boiling each time, just so I get a good idea of where I'm starting. And I want to make sure my RO system is working flawlessly, so that's why I always check my permeate as well. Okay, we're just double checking our permeate and making sure that we have 0 sugar content in it. And I have my hydrometer here, my permeate in it. And we are at 0. Our RO system is doing fantabulous. All right, I'm gonna check the concentrate and see what sugar content we're at right there to start with. Okay. Now we're gonna look and see what our concentrate sugar content looks like. We are sitting at a healthy 5%. So that's great. Our trees this year have been a little stingy with their sugar, so we've had a little bit lower sugar content throughout the year. I'm hoping it picks up a little bit. We'll see, but that's why we have the RO system. So I'm not boiling 1.5 or 2% sap all day long. I'm boiling 5% sap all day long. All right, we've got sap in the pan. I got wood in the hole, and we're gonna fire this baby up and get going. Another pro tip, guys, don't screw around trying to light a fire the old-fashioned way with sticks or something. Get you a relatively cheap propane burner like this. This makes this starting up a whole lot easier. Crack this door just a bit and let her go. You guys are getting bonus footage today. I just went out and checked buckets, and we need to empty them. We got a little bit of colder weather at the beginning of the week, but we've got some perfect temps later in the week. So I want to make sure that my buckets are empty right now, so when we get that run at the end of the week, we've got plenty of room for all our sap to be stored in. You guys are going to see how we load up our totes in the back of the truck and go out and collect sap. All right, just like that, we got our tote loaded. We're gonna go out in the sugar bush and collect some sap. I actually called it early. We got out there into the sugar bush, and the buckets were a little bit more froze than I had anticipated. So we did get a little bit. We collected, I would guesstimate about 10 gallons. So I am gonna show you how I offload that here real quick. There is probably a better system than the one I'm doing currently, but this is what we have for this year, and it's gonna have to work. All right, we just got a garden hose, and we got a garden hose adapter on our IBC tote here. Screw this guy on. I got a bucket here, and I just get the siphon going by opening the valve, and it siphons into the bucket. I take the hose and flip it up into the top of the IBC tote, and it just siphons in there. Usually there's about maybe 2 gallons left in the tank that I just, once it gets done siphoning, it stops the siphon. And I'll just put the hose down here like this and empty the last 2 gallons from the IBC tote in the truck into the bucket, dump the bucket into the tote. Pretty simple.
Did you get yourself?
Sometimes you have a little bit of sap loss when you're doing. Sometimes you have a little bit of sap loss when you flick this hose over top of the IBC tote like that. Some of you might ask, hey, Eric, that looks heavy. Where's your wife when you're doing all this heavy grunt work? Say hi, Candace.
Hi.
Sometimes it's just easier to not ask for help and get the job done yourself. That's close right there, guys. We're so close to having syrup right here. So we're getting ready. I'm doing this by myself today. I'm gonna show you guys you can do it all by yourself. There's a lot of steps going on here. I've got many videos out there that shows each individual step, and it's kind of hectic, but we're gonna get through it and we're gonna do it all by ourselves here. So Candace ran inside. She's not feeling well today. So one-man band, no big deal. All right, I'm gonna test this again because I think it's right there. We're right at that line, guys. So we're gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna put this back. I just turned this down a fuzz. I have my DE here. This is gonna be less than a gallon. So we're gonna put this in. It's gonna froth a little. Here, see if I can get a shot. It's gonna froth a little when you put it in. That's okay. Like I said, I have I'm gonna shut this off now. Just froths up a little bit, no problem. All right, now we're gonna get our filter press going. You've all seen this, but you're gonna see it again. I'm gonna pop this in here, guys. And you can hear it draining right now. We're gonna turn our vacuum on and pull our lever. Make sure your bottom ball valve is closed. Okay, I just want to point out that was real time for a gallon of syrup. That's how fast it, if you got everything set up right, that's what you should be doing. We're going to get to bottling this right away because we're at 190 and I don't want to drop past 180. So here we go, we're going to start bottling. Right now. Jar, bottle. Cap. Get that cap on, and you lay it flat down on the table, just like this. Do the next one. I know my hand's in the way, guys. I'm sorry. We've got an awesome boil going on now, and I think I'm gonna bite off a little bit more than I could chew, and I'm gonna start up another pan of finished syrup. I've got one more pan of concentrate that I've boiled down throughout the week in the fridge, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the burner and finish it up today. I try to get all my boiling done on the weekends. You know, it's kind of hard when you get out of work and you have to come home and then get a fire going and boil and finish and bottle and all that. I pretty much just do as much as I can throughout the week, collecting, getting ready for the weekend, and then make a full weekend out of boiling and finishing and bottling some awesome maple syrup. We have had a super awesome day boiling, and everything's been going great. We're actually getting real close to running out of sap, so that's good. I have a gallon's worth finishing right now that we're gonna go bottle up. And I just looked at the weather for the next 2 weeks, and I think that is gonna be prime major running time right now is the next 2 weeks. So anybody that's thinking that they missed the season, or maybe you had other things going on earlier this year and you couldn't get your taps in, you still have time. There's plenty of time to get your taps in and get a bunch of sap and a bunch of homemade maple syrup. So don't stop now, guys. We're right into the thick of the season now, so there's no stopping, there's no turning back. This is go time right now. All right, that was almost a gallon, right about where I was figuring it was gonna be. So that's awesome. We got, let's see, eight and a half, almost 9 bottles of clear crystal homemade maple syrup. You guys have got to see the whole process today, from going out in the woods and collecting sap to boiling it in the pan, the RO system over here, and finally the finished boil, the filter, and the finished product. I'm glad you guys are able to hang out with us and stick around for all these cool videos. This is a really great process that we're blessed to be able to do here in Michigan. We hope that everybody out in the whole world gets the opportunity to do this at least once in their life, because it is very addicting, it's very fun, it's challenging coming up with different ideas and different systems to help speed up the process and make the whole overall product better. You guys, thanks for sticking around. We appreciate it. Make sure to click that bell for notifications so you know when my next crazy video is going to come out. Thanks again, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.